Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Sarah Thompson, and my guest is David Rodgers of the Tower Grove East neighborhood. And we're now going to talk about this event that you have coming up that's really for everyone in the neighborhood to go to.
That's correct. Our annual potluck is going to be Tuesday, September 27th. It takes the place of our regular membership, our general meeting that is normally held on the last Tuesday of the month. But the first one of our year, which our year runs kind of like September through August. The first one is held in Tower Grove Park. It's a potluck, and it's not necessarily a meeting, although there is a little bit of time carved out at the end for general business. But it's really an opportunity for the neighbors to come together, the community to come together, get to know their neighbors in more of a social setting with not a lot of business discussed, just kind of hang out and enjoy each other.
And get to know your neighbors. You know, when we were in between segments, I brought up the Nextdoor app, and I feel like there's more and more, I feel like we kind of, as society, go through these trends of sometimes being a little bit more paranoid and separate from our neighbors, sometimes a little bit more engaged. Talk about just the feel, how you, obviously, as president-elect of the Neighborhood Association, how important it is and how you feel about the community, really your neighborhood knowing each other.
It's especially when you think about the challenges that St. Louis is facing with crime right now. The more we know with people around us, the better we are, the more safe we feel, the better it is for everyone in the community. That's one of the things that really impressed me about Tower Grove East neighborhood. Before we moved in, my husband and I, when we bought our house, some of our neighbors actually reached out with party invites, so they wanted to get to know us. We hadn't moved in, hadn't met one person, didn't know what person looked like. But they wanted us to get to know them and wanted to get to know us. And it was at that time that we started to think, man, this is a pretty special neighborhood to have someone proactively reaching out to us to be involved. And that whole attitude just kind of carries on since we've been there. That was a big motivating factor for us to get involved in the neighborhood association.
Because do you feel once you sort of know who is around you, it seems pretty obvious to say, when you know everyone around you, you'll feel safer, but yet we don't always do that. But I mean, do you really feel that? It sounds like this is a key element of the neighborhood. Absolutely.
It's a major component of the neighborhood, and it's going to be an even bigger component going forward to make everyone feel included and make sure that everyone feels like they have a voice.
And is there anything about, you mentioned in the first segment about the strategic plan, is there anything that you wanted to add so for people who are considering coming to the event that they know some of the things that you're working on?
Yeah, so there are a lot of initiatives that were kind of suggested via the survey, but the one thing that we want to start to do differently as opposed to the Neighborhood Association board starting to set the agenda, we want the neighbors to set the agenda. So that was the first step in this. Let's have the survey, talk to the neighbors, see what's important to them, and then we can build on that.
No, it's a really important thing versus the other way around. That
Exactly.
You want people who live in the neighborhood to say what matters to them.
Absolutely.
All right, well, this event coming up is the opportunity to do it. We have the information there for you on the screen. It's the Tower Grove East Picnic Annual Potluck and General Membership Meeting. If you are in the neighborhood, in the Tower Grove East neighborhood, or have friends, please encourage them to go to this. It's Tuesday, September 27th, 5:30 to 8:30, and it's at the Sons of Rest Pavilion in Tower Grove Park. And for more information, you can go to towergroveeast.org. The information, again, is right there on the screen. What else is on your website, by the way?
There's a lot of information about joining the association. All of the upcoming events, not just the potluck, are all featured on there. One fun event that we've got coming up that was just posted on the Facebook page today, there's going to be a Pokemon crawl.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, we're going to hop on that, on the excitement that Pokemon Go is generating. And on the 19th, we're going to have a crawl that's going to start in Tower Grove Park, and it'll work its way through the neighborhood, and that'll be another opportunity for the neighbors to get to know each other.
That's a very fun one. That's a good planning, strategic planning. There you go.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Sarah.
All right, well, there's more STL Live right after this. Please stay with us.